Good morning, friends. Teresa, welcome back to Star Stylist Homestead. So, I'm sure a lot of you have seen these upside pineapple cookies or pineapple cookies. I'm doing a variation of two different recipes in one. I have never tried either of these cookies before. I've watched some videos and they were flops for those upside down cookies or upside cookies. With all the recipes I watched, that you just can't do that. I'm gonna try something different. Why not? And see how they come out, because it looked really good. So what I'm gonna do for the next 3 to 5 minutes, I have a stick of butter, 1 egg, and 1 cup of brown sugar in my mixer, and I'm gonna get this nice and creamy until it starts getting lighter. When it does, I'll bring you back for the next. I forgot to say, while you're getting everything ready, I have got a large can of, is it like 14, 16 ounce can of pineapple. I strained it, I kept the juice, and in this recipe, I weighed it out and I wanted 8 ounces of pineapple. I have a little bit extra, which is why I'm gonna do a little experiment too. I have a paper towel just soaking up the rest of that juice because I don't want these too liquidy. And I have my flour. I added, let's see, I added a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon with this, because cinnamon goes great with pineapple. That wasn't in the original recipe, so I added it, and I set that offside. I also have a thing of cherries. Watch this next video that I put up. It's crazy. And I'm straining them to get the juice off of them, and I have a paper towel just to soak up the extra, because I don't want all that juice either, and that's another experiment. I'll bring you back. Look at this, my friends. I wanted to take out 10 ounces of my 16 ounce jar for my recipe, and it's 7.7 ounces. I just took it off of here, but look at that. Tell me that's not crazy. And I used every one of them other than the juice. You seriously right now? If that is not a ripoff. Anyway, back to the recipe. All right, so that's about 3.5, 4 minutes. You just want the butter and sugar and egg to get light. So now I'm gonna slowly add in, oh, and by the way, I added a 1/2 teaspoon of salt to this also, because it didn't have any. So now I'm gonna just gradually add my flour in. And you want to put the sides down too, just so you're getting all your butter and everything in there. Alright, so this is mixing well. You don't want to over mix this either. Now I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. These are pretty well grained. Now I'm just going to add all this pineapple in there. I have some left over also from that can. So we have that in there, and that should be enough. Oops, wrong way. Now I'm gonna see the other way. You have to cool the cookie dough, because it was, I guess it was way too liquidy. And this is why you definitely want to strain your pineapple. Use a paper towel, get that off, but save the juice for later. Those pineapple upside down cookies, I don't know why they took the down off of them. They looked really good, but I said, you know, the whole thing with upside down cake is that the pineapple keeps that nice and moist. Moisture is not what you want for cookies. At least I don't. All right, so look at that. Oh my God, this smells so good. Go over here. I have my oven on 350 right now. All right, cookie scoop. I am gonna spray my pan. It doesn't call for it, but I'd rather spray it and it not stick than not spray it and my cookie stick. So I've got scratches in my pan. So I'll do a light spray. Okay, and you want to use the whisk attachment. I mean the paddle attachment to get the air into the sugar. And I'm only using the small cookie scoop I have here. So I'm gonna just drop them on here. I'll bring you back when I have this all done. There we have it. 16. Now I'm going to take one of my cherries and I'm just going to stick it right in the middle. I'm not going to do it to all of them because I really want to use these cherries for something else. So I'll do it with 8 of these. Okay, these are going to go in the oven. I have 12 minutes and let's see how they come out. I did another sheet right there of the regular ones. This is what was left over that I'm going to attempt to do the other cookies. Okay, so I am going to flatten these. This is a double scoop for each of these cookies. I sprayed my spoon with olive oil just so that it didn't stick when I was putting them down. So this is my version of the upside down, which is why I'm only doing 6 of them, because I didn't want to waste all that cookie dough. And from comments I've seen, these cookies, you're not going to be able to store them. So now that I threw that spoon in there, now I have my extra right here. I am going to take this and I'm just going to make a circle around it, a pineapple circle, and then put a cherry in the middle, just like that. Make sure your pineapple is well drained, because all this is going to do is add extra moisture to your cookie. I have a feeling this might actually work. I mean, still, I don't know how they would freeze, but I think I might try it. I'll eat 5 of them. I'll freeze one of them, at least one of them, for before the holiday, and take it out and let you know how it froze. Or maybe take it out in a few days and see how it froze. I don't know. But I will try it. Oh, and you know what? I am going to actually, I am going to take brown sugar and sprinkle it right over the top of that pineapple. Because that's one thing that they had, the butter and pineapple around it. And I don't want to make all that just for 6 cookies. So let's try this. Okay, my friends, I will bring you back. I'm going to put these in next just to see how they cook at 350. And I'll bring you back to show you how it came out. You know what I'm going to do with that? Hold on. This is my extra, what I have left. I'm going to add that right in with that. Never done that before, but why not? I think I need to add a little bit more sugar though, because that just made it a little wetter. So, use your own discretion. If you don't want to add those pineapples in there, don't. I just didn't want to waste them. I was done with my cookies. So, I'll do these with. Judith's going to love me. I've got a couple of desserts for her coming over there today. Okay. And I'm just going to Sprinkle them. And what's it matter with the pineapple on top, you know? Well, we want to see that cherry because the pineapple's on the inside. Although it might make it a little wetter. So we won't get as many pineapples on these because I definitely want to freeze these. Notice I'm not being very picky on how they go across the top, you know, all nice and neat. Who cares? Nobody even looks at that. Okay, there you have it, my friends. Let's put some more pineapple on this one. These smell delicious. I just took one off and put it on the thing because I almost forgot to put the video back on. Those look amazing. I don't know if they're gonna make it into the freezer. And those were 15 minutes. I want to show you these. This is my next one going in. Okay, what I did, I put coconut on all these with some brown sugar on top. Same with these, with the cherry. And these I left with just a little bit of sugar. Oh, and I think I said powdered sugar. I meant brown sugar. And these are going to go in for 13 minutes. They're still a little soft. I'm not going to pick it up yet because I don't want to break it because it looks so beautiful. But yeah, look at these. And I did some powdered sugar, just powdered sugar, just so I can put it over these. But I think I'm supposed to wait until they cool, so that's what I'm going to do. Oh, and might I added coconut to some of these also and just let it sit there. There you have it, my friends. These look like they came out amazing. These were 13 minutes. I think the first ones were 12 minutes. I don't know. But I love the way the coconut cooked on top. These are the ones I added after. But look at these. Oh my word. Let me take the smaller one. Look. Don't those look delicious? That's cooled. So I'm just gonna sprinkle regular powdered sugar on it. Look, my friends. Now, for the taste test. This one I've been curious how this is gonna taste. Bon appetit. And it looks beautiful. Very moist. Look at the inside. It's still just a tad warm. It's not hot by no means. Look at that. And it's cooked perfect on the bottom. These were 15 minutes, but these were a double scoop. Now, bottom's crunchy. That bite was amazing. I must have got a big chunk of pineapple. I'm not going to put the powdered sugar on top of that before I freeze them. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll put a little bit because it freezes fine. I want to taste one of these. Let's see. Wait. It's one of the new ones. Oh my God, there goes my breakfast. I didn't put sugar on this one. But this has got the, wait, I want crispy. I don't need the cherry. Yeah. Let's try this one. Oh yeah. I forgot to add coconut on the big ones. And I could have added that to the top of that one too. Those are good. The coconut adds a top crunch to this. I would still say add a whole teaspoon of cinnamon or half cinnamon, half nutmeg, just to give it that little extra flavor. But those are good. There you have it, my friends, my version, a few different ways. I'll have my recipe down below of exactly what I did, because as I did it, I wrote what I changed. Right down to the temperature, because they had it at 375 and I always bake my cookies at 350. So, like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, thank you. I appreciate you. And you'll be seeing me again soon. I have company today. So, actually, I might be doing another one today for dinner. And it's a quickie, because I'm making it for dinner. So, you'll see me again. Ciao for now.